All right, Broncos country, welcome back to the Mile High Monsters. I'm Mike Carmelini, and while David is messing around getting up his studio set up for the show, we're already a couple minutes late, so I figured I would just get in here and see what's going on in the chat, say hi to everybody, take the pressure off so he doesn't have to hurry and rush to get going. First of all, welcome in to everyone in the chat as always. Good evening to you as well, David. I can always count on you to be here. And David says he's waiting for some good news. We got nothing but good news tonight, guys. I'm telling you. And I'm going to start with this. I want to show you something real quick before I bring David on. I found this really interesting. The Broncos put this out. This is from the official Denver Broncos. And now they're showing. Hi, David. I just put you on the screen. So, man, do what you got to do.
Yeah.
But check this out, guys. Denver Broncos putting out Jaylen Waddle is, and he's holding up the number 17. So a lot of us were talking about, little Jordan Humphrey wears 17. What does that mean? What's going to happen? And here's our new number one receiver, loud and proud with the big 1-7 in front of him. So I thought that was really interesting. And I guess maybe a deal's been worked out, or maybe the Broncos just said, hey, this is our guy. Find a new number. But welcome back to the team. We'll see. We'll see how that all works out. And here's our guy, Jay Weaver, as always. David needs to waddle his way in here. David's a busy man. Like, don't be putting pressure on my guy now. Give the guy a minute to get set up. David, I'll give you all the time you need. So you just let me know when you're ready. Are you ready? Are you nodding your head? You're ready? No. Okay. So things are looking good. I've got, so I put out earlier today on Twitter, as you guys may have seen, asking the question, who the best wide receiver is in the AFC West. Now, I didn't get much pushback on this, but if you go by the numbers, I'm going to show you some numbers, and I'm going to show you some numbers that might surprise you. Let's bring our guy David in, whether he's ready or not. David Talks Broncos. Welcome to the show. As always, a day early, a little weird. We normally do our shows on Thursdays, but it looks like is this going to become a Wednesday thing now? Is that what's going on?
Dude, it's going to have to. I'm doing a challenge with my gym right now. So I have like a group workout every Thursday at 6. So
you're grouping? Is it like a men's group?
No, it's just, anybody who wants to do the challenge. So
all right.
that's what I'm doing. So yeah, we'll have to go back to Wednesdays for the time.
I like Wednesdays. Okay. Yeah, Wednesdays works good for me. Hope they work good for our viewing audience. If not, we'll slowly get you guys used to us being here on Wednesday. But David, now we've talked. We've probably been on. Each of us have probably been on like 5 shows since we traded for Jaylen Waddle. The dust has settled. He's passed his physical. He's officially a Bronco now. What are your overall feelings now? How are you feeling? And did you miss the part where I show the picture of Jaylen holding up number 17?
Oh yeah, I got it in my thumbnail, man. It looks great.
Like how in the world? Now, do you think he cut a deal with little Jordan Humphrey, or do you think the Broncos just basically said, "Yeah, sorry, kid"?
Dude, absolutely not. They said, you just get it, man. Little Jordan Humphrey doesn't have right to number 17. How many times has he been cut on this team? No way. Now, maybe Waddle still threw him a bone, but I don't think so, man. He got 17. Little Jordan Humphrey, go to number 85.
He was 84 and wherever he was, New York or something like.
Yeah, and he was 84 here before, but that was just a slap in the face to Shannon Sharpe. So let's how about 85? That sounds great. Virgil Green. Yeah, Shannon Sharpe just needs to keep 84, man. We don't need to be giving out 84.
Just be handing out 84s like they're for free.
Yeah.
It's a bit crazy. Guys, I'm gonna keep up with the chat as best as I can tonight. You know me. I always try. Jay says, does that mean LGA gets 7?
Great. Yeah,
Oh my gosh, that's a great comment. Let's hope. That would be funny if they just marched him out for practice in 7 and just watched the literal meltdown in Mile High. David, yeah, does that tell you who the best receiver is? I don't know. I'm about to make my case. Dave and I didn't get a chance to talk before the show. I don't know what he's got in store for you today, but I bet it's good.
Well, I just wanted to get this off my chest, man.
I wish you would.
Is that the rest of the NFL's in shambles after we made this move? Exactly. Even with Adam Troutman, Lucas Kroll, Alex Singleton, these running backs back on the team, they are terrified of us. We now have close to a complete offense. We have a dynamic offense. Cortland Sutton being like your number 2 guy. Everybody's going to be paying attention to Jaylen Waddle. This guy has elite speed. Now, Mike, somebody in my comments said, and you can probably answer this, we haven't had a guy this fast since Vance Jackson at wide receiver. What do you think about that?
Man, Vance Jackson. It's not a bad comp. So this is really going way back. But I think he's more Emmanuel Sanders than he is Vance Jackson. Except he's faster. Like Emmanuel Sanders was really crafty and a good wide receiver. Waddle, excuse me, he can take the top off. He can find openings in the zone. Mm-hmm. He can take a slant and go 50 yards. This is a guy that can do it all. In fact, I'd like to show you guys something. If you want to talk about the NFL freaking out, I don't know what the NFL, but I can tell the AFC West is. This is the AFC top 10 wide receivers, okay, from 2025. This is the top 10 receiving yards. Okay. So you've got Travis Kelce in here. The Chiefs didn't even have a top 10 wide receiver, but there's only one team with 2 players now in the top 10 of the AFC, the entire AFC. And that's Cortland Sutton and Jaylen Waddle right there. That's what they're looking at right now. And you know who else is looking at that, David? Is Davis Webb.
Yes.
Because he has got a new toy. I mean, the one thing that this team was missing, if anything, was playmakers. And boy, do they have a playmaker now. This guy right here, this is a down year for him. His 910 yards from last year, David, puts him second in the AFC West. The only player in the AFC West at wide receiver that had more yards than Jaylen Waddle last year was Cortland Sutton. So we have the top 2 receivers in the AFC West right now, guy. There's nobody even close. I mean, Travis Kelce was close, and he's a tight end. I mean, it's a whole different ball game now, man.
Cortland's going to eat, man. Cortland's going to eat. Again, defensive coordinators are going to be concerned about Waddle, man. Cort's going to have a great season. And hopefully now we can just say our wide receiver room is complete for the first time in like over 10 years. So let's be happy with that. Let's not look to trade anybody. Guys, this is football, man. We're going for a Super Bowl right now. We got them terrified. You want to trade away Troy Franklin after him having 700 yards, man? Like what are you talking about, man? Everybody's going to eat in this offense. Now, Court and Waddle are going to eat the most. But, yeah.
I think you meant Vance Johnson, but it's cool, Greg.
Oh, Vance Jackson, my bad.
Cool. Vance Johnson.
Yeah, and then I told Gregory to learn some history. How about that?
I doubled down on it.
Yeah.
You're like Ben Albright out there just doubling down on shit.
Vance Jackson, man. Who is Vance Jackson? Anyways, yeah, you're not trading Mims. You're not trading Troy Franklin. We're trying to win a freaking Super Bowl. So, heck, we even convinced, I don't know if it took much convincing, freaking Matt Pert to take a pay cut. And I'm wondering if this means with our limited draft selections now, we might just be moving completely off of drafting offensive line again this year and going with a group of vets, because that's That's what we're doing. So he took a pay cut here. I'm a little cooler with Matt Pert here at $2 million as opposed to, 3.5. We'll see what happens, but I want to be surprised, Mike, if we just fill out the roster with like 1-2 more free agent signings and we draft like 5-6 guys in this year's draft. I think right now we got 7 picks. I don't think we'll make all those.
Yeah, it's hard to say. And we'll get into the draft more, obviously, as it gets closer. They're certainly going to sign more free agents. They're going to be depth pieces. There's nobody out there that they're going to, there'll be some cuts. There'll be some last minute stuff, maybe some post draft signings, camp bodies. We'll see. But yeah, the big names are all gone. But the big hole that need to be filled, at least one of them was filled. It'd be nice to grab a tight end. T. Fishes comes in, draft a tight end at 62, running back at 108, linebacker at 111. Yeah.
No, I'll fight him.
No.
I'll fight him, Mike. You tell me if I'm wrong.
All right.
We're not drafting our tight end 3 at 62. We're just not doing it.
We could draft a running back at 62, though.
Yes. Because who's going to be playing a running back drafted at 62? Because we'll only get JK for half the season, man. We need to still make that a priority. And
why you got to go and curse a guy like that, man?
Dude, he did to himself.
JK's playing 14 games this year.
He's making $8 million at least this year, so he can put up with some randos online slandering him. But you go with Jonah Coleman or Price, whoever's there, dude. Get another guy that can just step up and be great.
Dude, if they do that, I'm going to be so psyched, man. Give me Coleman at 62. Get some depth, and the other. We're set. The roster's set. Like. I can tell you right now, if you look at our depth chart and thank you to whoever did this, they've already got the updated depth chart, not just the roster, and they've got all our starters. I don't see a position here, David, that is up for grabs right now with the people that are available or in the draft. So. You're going to fix me on that. That's fine. But you find a position here. But our starting lineup, like we're looking for depth now and rotation. I'll give you that we're looking for some rotational pieces on like defense, Cam Jordan, something like that.
Yes. Okay. I think you could start if you can convince him.
You tell me what starting position is open that someone is available for.
I'm
not talking about trades.
Yeah,
now,
I know.
You can trade for somebody, but
the only guy you can convince to come here and get snaps over Adam Troutman, who has evidence of
Njoku?
No, because he doesn't have evidence of Sean Payton. He doesn't have dirt on Sean Payton. He doesn't have that. Who does? Taysom Hill.
Okay.
He would start at tight end over Adam Troutman. I know PFF grades are subjective, but dude, this guy's graded almost 10 points higher at run blocking than Adam Troutman is. That's saying something.
Is he available?
Taysom Hill, yes. We could probably sign him for like $2-3 million.
Is he just a free agent?
Yes.
Well, that'll probably happen then. Like I wouldn't be surprised at all. Well, it needs to happen. Grandizer, as always, man. I'm starting to love this guy. My guy Ryder McConville of Ryder McConville Film Breakdowns. He's a Dolphins fan. He's a big Waddle fan. He did a short, good plays of Waddle in 2025. We'll have to check that out. I saw a lot. Speaking of that, today when the Dolphins said their goodbyes to Jaylen Waddle, I scrolled down the comments and it's always interesting. You learn a lot about a player when a player re-signs with a team or loses a player. And so, like, for instance, when Singleton re-signed with the team, in those comments, about 20% of those comments were like, let's go. And the other 80% like, what the hell are we doing here? The Jaylen Waddle comments from the Dolphins fans were all tears and I can't believe it. I understand it, but I can't believe we're losing him. He's our best. We love this guy. They were just brokenhearted. Tells you the kind of player we're getting, he was absolutely adored by his team and by his fans. He's going to be a good locker room guy, unlike your favorite, Stephon Diggs.
Well, it's looking like Diggs is now getting some traction with the Ravens, apparently, and that that would suck.
Yeah, if we'll see in the AFC Championship game.
Yeah. Well, but if they'll get there, if Lamar Jackson can win some playoff games again, but right now, man, with Waddle here, you saw the Chargers fans, like all 15 of them, crashing out about this move. Chiefs fans are in perpetual denial of where they're at. They're not going to be able to cover us. How about that? They're not going to be able.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do now? I mean, even in a 12 set, even if you've got Ingram on one side, and even if you do have Troutman on the other, you still got to deal with Court, and you still got to deal. Now you got to deal with Waddle, like Ingram as Harry Leland. And thanks for coming in. Even Ingram should be running free. I mean, Webb's gonna. He's got to be one of the happiest guys on the team right now. Like he knows he needed somebody to take the top off to make defenses have to plan around. And honestly, there wasn't really anybody on the team that anybody was that scared of. I mean, if the guy you had to worry about was Cortland Sutton and he was our best receiver, he had the most yards, he had the most impact, I guess, in the wide receiver room. If that's your biggest problem, let's be honest. I love Court more than most, but he's 31 years old. I mean, he's not going to get any faster. He's not going to scare anybody. Evan Ingram also had a big day. So thanks for coming in, Harry. Love that.
Yeah. Evan Ingram, Davis Webb will get him involved. And again, we got a couple vets paid in the wide receiver room. You're not trading guys on rookie contracts. You're not trading Pat Bryant, Troy Franklin. You got 2 more years of Troy Franklin on his rookie deal. And with Mims is the interesting one. Obviously, I don't think the decision right now, Mike, is to whether you trade him or not, because I think that's crazy, again, trying to win a Super Bowl right now. But I think this does change the calculus a little bit on if you are looking to extend him or not, or what the Broncos are like, what that final number is they're willing to go up to, because I think this mainly cements that they're kind of out on Mims ever developing as like a consistent, just kill you at all 3 levels of separating down the field type of thing, Well,
the one thing Sean hasn't done is something that VJ has done. VJ has developed some players, and Sean hasn't. Not weapons anyway. I mean, Franklin, Mims, Bryant to this point, Valet, these young receivers. This team is too good, David, to wait around and let these guys get better. Now they'll be. I don't want them going anywhere. I don't want to trade any of them. We got a great room right now. Let's keep it. You're gonna have to come with something big, like they did with Valet, and they gave us a 4th, like something like that. Somebody comes in with a 3rd, 3rd round pick. We might talk for one of these guys, but we're not cleaning that room out now. We're in it for the Super Bowl. The Broncos showed that clearly with this move. They are all in. They're F them picks, the old saying. Like they're in it for real. Our guy Dak says Bobby Wagner. Well, he would be a depth piece.
That's such an insult to Bobby Wagner, man. Like this is why, Mike.
But he's like 40 years old, dude.
Dude, he's only 35, I think. Like, if you're paying Alex Singleton this money at whatever age he is, 33, again, I'll still take Bobby Wagner over Alex Singleton, but it is what it is. Matt Milano, Bobby Wagner, as much as I love these guys on the team, I think it's insulting to even offer them a contract to come here and back up Alex Singleton or Justin Sternat.
I know how you feel about that. I would feel that way if I were Bobby Wagner, but all great players feel that way late in their career. Von Miller feels that way right now, probably. Yeah. Greg Miller, thank you again. Vance Johnson, Mark Jackson, Ricky Natil. That's not how you spell Natil, but I get it.
Oh, let's go.
So those were the 3 amigos, David. Have you ever heard that term? I had him
combined with Mark Jackson and Vance Johnson.
Yeah, so and I actually called him Vance. I did worse. I called him Vance Joseph once. I mean, we all slip up. But I mean, the Three Amigos. I used to have the poster with the Three Amigos on it, and it was amazing. And they had the one of Elway where he was wearing like his cowboy outfit. Uh, I think getting ready to like shoot somebody or whatever, or maybe they were all in that same poster. I don't know. I was young then, and I have Alzheimer's now. So, but Greg, thanks for the history lesson for young David, who has only just set his feet on this earth, and he's still learning the ways.
Yes.
Hydra ammo. Can't wait to see Mims and Waddle look against zone. Boy, Mike said, now Waddle can play against zone. He's one of those. That's what I was saying earlier, Hydra. Like he's just an all around like really really great wide receiver. This is such a big deal for the Broncos, man. Like finding a hole in the zone is for some reason is tough for some players, and he just always finds the right place to be. I don't know that I saw that with Mims so much, but I'm higher on Mims than from what I've been seeing lately in the chat and in Twitter. Like, let's trade this guy. Like, think back about last year, David. About once a month, we needed a win, and it was Bo and it was Marvin Mims. It was those two guys somehow like came back, and like Mims made some absolutely clutch, huge plays for us last year. So I don't want to get rid of any of these guys, to be honest with you.
I'm glad you pointed that out with Mims, because he does, again, not the most refined route runner. I think he took steps in that this year, even though his numbers went down, I guess. But I think that's the thing that will just limit his usage and what has, But he does have that clutch factor, which is great. And maybe Davis Webb sees that as well. And again, just wants to put him in places to be successful. I'm not saying get rid of
no. Nobody on this nobody on this show is. We are the monsters are a little more. Well, first of all, we're smarter than all the other shows, obviously,
especially with history.
With history, and we're totally better looking, and our beard game changes week to week. I don't know, should I start like doing like old men do and like try and dye my stuff so that I look really weird?
Oh God, no,
Like you see a guy my age with like really dark hair and dark mustache, and looks like he's wearing some sort of cap. Like, I don't get it, but whatever. I'm not here to judge. T Fish is with a great take here. I love this, although I'm going to disagree just a little bit. You literally don't need a joker now. Yeah, I'm so sick of the joker term. Don't even care anymore. But RJ Harvey's kind of a joker. Anyways, if they double Waddle, then Court's going to be open. If they double Court, Waddle's going to be open. If they give us a too high look, hello to J.K. Dobbins. Also, I would add Ingram and RJ to that. I mean, this offense was already. This was a top 10 offense from last year. I don't know if you guys realize that we were 10th in the league last year. Okay, so we were close.
It's crazy. How Jekyll and Hyde we were, how hot and cold we were.
Yeah,
we were more hot than cold.
But I'll tell you what, man. I got a feeling, and the last 3 times I had a feeling, I had 3 kids. N.S. Kelly, always see you in here. I hope that it's just N.S. Kelly, and it's not something cool, and I just don't know how to say it. But it's always good to see you in here. What's that?
N.S. Kelly.
See, that's it. That's not, but it just can't be. It's just like Skelly, Skelly, and Kelly. Yeah, I don't know. Brian Robinson Jr. could still happen. I'd be surprised if we make another move at wide receiver. David, do you have any thoughts on that?
You mean?
I mean, a running back.
Yeah, I if I was.
Wait a minute. Who's the Jags wide receiver that we were talking about? Brian John. Isn't that?
Thomas Jr.?
Oh, Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah.
See, this is the Vance Joseph, Vance Jackson, Vance Johnson thing. So this is Brian. Different Brian Robinson. Brian Johnson. BJT is who I'm thinking of.
Yes, but this is Brian Robinson Jr., running back from Alabama. And bringing in another Alabama player would be cool. But if I was in control, I would want to sign Brian Robinson Jr. right now, then you got a very good 3 deep. You don't necessarily have to draft a running back high.
Mhm.
But one, I don't think the Broncos will do that. I think they'll only bring in a vet possibly after the draft because they could still come back with 2 running backs in this draft. But at the very least, I think they like the idea of getting, well, at least I like the idea of getting a really talented running back on a rookie deal for 4 years. And if, all these guys that we keep talking about, Jonah Coleman, Mike Washington, Jadarian Price, Nick Singleton, all these other guys, if you can grab one of them, you got them on the team for 4 years. So, yes, and if I was in control, I would have A.T. Perry on this roster instead of Will Jordan Humphrey.
Oh, here we go. All right. I see that I'm behind in the chat again, David, as I always am. Now, you saw kind of my point, what I wanted to bring to the table today. Now, if I know you, and I do know you better than most, there's something that's spinning around in that brilliant little master's degree head of yours. What is it that's on your mind that you want Broncos country to know about today?
That we better not be done. We better not be done. There better be some more moves to fill out this roster. And this move with Jaylen Waddle, it signals to all these veteran players, come here and compete for a Super Bowl. All right? That's what it's saying. So I know I keep talking about Cam Jordan. I still got questions about his fit. I don't have questions about his talent. So if you add him to this defense, I think he makes the defense substantially better on the line, and it's already good. Again, like there's still, I would love to add David Njoku, but I don't think we're signing a guy like Njoku at this point and then saying, yeah, you're going to play second fiddle to Adam Troutman. That's just
it would be second fiddle to Evan Ingram.
And Adam Troutman.
No way. Yeah, no, that's not happening.
Yeah, I mean, we pay him $6 million. So, yeah, but I would love to see us go after Calais Campbell, Cam Jordan, somebody like that. That would be cool. Maybe DJ Reader. You can fit one more defensive lineman on this roster I've been doing all the calculations,
I know you have.
You can fit one more guy on there. And I would prefer for it to be a veteran rather than than a rookie, because this defense is ready to win now. We need offensive pieces for the future. That's kind of.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
You run down so there's some pieces there. Well, first of all, Jaylen Waddle's 27, so we're good there. He's got some years left in him. But Court, this is his last year. Maybe a restructure and he comes back. If not, this is probably his last year. So you're depending on Pat Bryant, Mims. You're depending on Troy Franklin. And then it gets pretty thin in all the other positions, certainly offensive line. We're paying too much for our backup quarterback, so that could change. But when you still have Jaleel McLaughlin and Tyler Bidet and Michael Bandy and, names that you don't want to see on the field, we're probably not developing those guys. Those guys are just bodies. So I agree with you there. But I don't think they're done. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Jaylen Waddle's cap hit this year is only $4.9 million.
Yes.
So there's still money there.
I'd say we got about $15 million.
They're still shopping. Yeah. They're still shopping. So no, I would not say that we are done in any shape or form. Tight end and running back are both still being scoured over. So they're looking there.
And that's including, the draft pool. If you take out like $3 million or whatever for the draft picks, from like the 18 million.
They always figure out a way to fit that in. I'm not worried about it.
Always around 15 million. So yeah, you can bring in like 2-3 like good players to round out this roster, and they should. If they don't, I'm going to say that that's lazy.
Yeah, but Miguel. I agree. Miguel, welcome back to the show. Inside linebacker at 62. That's a no for me.
Oh,
I don't think
really?
I don't think anybody's going to be there at 62, but I'm not a draft expert. I think a running back is going to be there at 62.
See, man, I'm praying there's a running back there at 62. And yeah, a lot of the top linebackers, they'll probably be gone. The one guy that I think could be there based on how he slid in the draft boards for some reason is Anthony Hill Jr., man. Like,
You think
yeah,
Anthony Hill Jr. makes it to 62?
yes.
Wow. I'd
At
be
least that's what these draft boards are saying
well,
now. They're
those
saying he
draft
could
boards
be an
are
early third round pick.
all fun and games till the bullets start flying.
Exactly.
But man, that wouldn't be. I mean, yes. Okay, Miguel, I will. So, yes, if Hill's there, yes, take him, no doubt. Ron Arter, always on the show in the comments. Waddle and Sutton are on the field at the same time. It's going to spread out the defense. Wide receivers are going to get more targets, especially if we step up the run game. Now, that's a huge, obviously, a huge part of this. And Bo Nix, I would love to see a play action game from the Broncos with some of the weapons that we have. That remains to be seen, but we'll see.
We get some real tight ends in here that can block and catch and run after the catch.
Just need one of those.
More play action, some bootleg.
You just need one of those.
Yeah,
it must be Troutman. Maybe you're mistaken. Troutman just signed a 3-year deal, buddy. Martin, back in the house as always. I love seeing these names every week. Don't you, David? Send Waddle and Mims out deep and Sutton underneath with Ingram and watch defensive coordinators crap their pants. I like that comment.
We're going to see less stacked boxes.
Yeah. But what's that?
We'll see less stacked boxes because of this.
You're going to have to now. Imagine what if they bunch Mims and Waddle on one side?
Dude.
What are you going to do?
Speed is underrated too, man.
Send one on a go and one on a deep over, and it's like their safeties are going to be running all over the place, and then that side of the field, just somebody just trotting along, coming across.
It's time to push. You know, we've started it in Broncos country, but Bo Nix 5,000 yards, baby.
Well, he's getting 4,500 for sure, is what I said this week. He's got to.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, they'll put him in MVP conversation if we win at least 12 games. I would say.
God, this is going to be such a fun year. I did see Vic before I get to your comment, and I agree with you totally. He did. I am a fan now. My initial worries of Troy Franklin are gone, but well, you got something, Dave? Oh,
yes. Scroll down to the.
I'm gonna miss all these comments.
Yeah, that's okay. You'll just have to pick your favorites. But
I'll stay on after David leaves. I will get to all your comments tonight. My wife's out of town, so
we signed a safety. Denver D-Mark. Dak is saying it. Tyson.
Where's Anderson. He at? Did it just come out?
Yeah, 601. He messaged
Broncos. This is from Dak. He is. I was just on your show, Dak. Thanks. It's always clutch. You could have come on the show and made the announcement, but you chose this way. Safety. Tyson Anderson, former Bengal. Now, do you know anything about this guy?
Yes. So, according to Twitter, there's a connection with him on the staff, which is great. Former Colorado defensive coordinator Robert Livingston, who's now on the staff as like the passing game defensive coordinator or passing game coordinator. He coached Tyson Anderson with the Cincinnati Bengals. Apparently, he was a fantastic special teamer for him. So, for them. Okay. So this is great. We needed one more safety here.
For sure.
Draft one to compete, but this would kind of round out the room depending on how good he is with Devin Key, JL Skinner, and Tyson Anderson.
Well, and that's what I was saying. I mean, we're both saying it. Like the signings are not done. We are nowhere near done. We're going to get our depth pieces. You did it again.
What? It just hit me. He's our first outside free agent signing, Tyson Anderson.
He actually is because we traded for the other.
How about
this is our first? Hey. Congratulations to the Broncos. You made our first free agent sign. Breaking news. An outside person has been signed as a free agent. That's crazy. He is 26 years old, 6'2", 205, University of Toledo. He was a 5th rounder by the Bengals. They traded up to get him. Yeah, he's been with the Bengals since 2022 and left for free agency.
Grade.
So, yeah. It's going to be
PFF,
depth, special teams.
Yeah, PFF had him at an 83.4 special teams grade this year. He had 17 tackles on special teams.
Woo.
So
thanks, Dak, for the breaking news. I'm sure we're all happy with that. David, your trust in J.K. Dobbins to stay healthy is reasonable.
Yes, it's at a 0.
It's okay, yeah, but I mean, I understand it. Like, I get it. Like, I'm hopeful because he's had different injuries. He doesn't have this repeat injury that keeps coming up. So I remain hopeful. But like, if Dak had come across and said, yeah, we just picked up running back, whatever, as long as he's like 6 feet tall and 220 pounds, I don't really care who it is, as long as he's a proper NFL quarterback with 4 years of experience. Like, are you kind of with me on that? Like, they can't not have a big back behind him this year, right? Like, I have more faith these days, but they have to do something there.
Dude, it was such a glaring issue once Dobbins went down. We had nobody to move the rock. Now, I will say, this slander on RJ Harvey needs to stop, man.
Yeah.
Talking about how he's not a good running back. Dude, go watch this guy again. He was getting rushing touchdowns from like the 5-yard line, man. And you guys might say that that's not impressive. Before RJ Harvey, it was probably Phillip Lindsay the last time we had a guy that we could give the ball in the red zone and have confidence that they're going to find a way to get a touchdown. So it's been a long time. And I think he, does run through contact a little bit more than what people would assume. But again, with his frame, there's only so much you can do. And yeah, we need a bruiser. We need somebody that can play that that thunder role to Harvey's lightning if JK or when JK goes down. So the best guys though to get are in the draft. I love Jonah Coleman, man. I love that guy. This guy talked about at the podium, at the combine about how pass protection is everything.
He knows what to say. He knows the game.
Yeah.
You see the Pierce interview? Get the name right. The running back. Is it Notre Dame?
Price? Yes, Jadarian Price.
Yeah,
Seems
Price.
Like the Broncos liked his interview.
Yeah, and so, but I don't. I mean, where does he fall in the draft? Like, is he first rounder? Is he early second? Where's he going to be?
I think all these running backs, the ones that we just talked about, they all go in the second round. So Jadarian Price, Jonah Coleman. I know I'm missing one more. Mike
Washington.
Mike Washington. No, you're
so if we're all in, Dave. Like, you trade those comp picks you got for last year and a seventh from this year and that fourth, and just go get your running back and be done with it. Maybe hopefully get your depth inside linebacker out of the deal somewhere.
Go get a tight end in the 4th round or 5th round, and you can get some tight ends there in the 7th that I've played football before. I saw the Colts signed a Notre Dame power forward to be a tight end. They're going to convert him to tight end, so we're not the only ones to do it.
Hey, let's just follow the Colts. Let's just do what the Colts do. That works.
Yeah.
I'm getting caught up here now. I lost these guys. Oh, here it is. This is the one I wanted to see. Because first of all, I don't know the name, so good to see you. Wait, Franklin went from 200 yards to 700 yards in year 2. So what are you talking about? What do you mean? Like, who said he didn't have a jump? Maybe somebody in the comments.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't have a jump. He definitely had a big jump. I like what I saw from Troy Franklin this year. I think we all did. We don't want him to go anywhere. Like, once I learned that he was like bigger than I thought he was too, and quit dropping everything that went right through his hands. No, I'm totally in on him. Aaron Taylor thinks we're developing pretty well, all things considered. I mean, Troy's way better than Xavier Worthy. Well,
Yeah.
Love
Xavier
hearing
Worthy,
that.
first round pick, right? Troy
Yeah.
Franklin, 4th round pick.
Yeah.
Troy's been a hit. He's
Yeah.
been a hit.
No doubt. No doubt. And I had him at wide receiver 3. A lot of people have Pat Bryant at wide receiver 3. Either way, that'll work itself out. But we know who our 1 and 2 are. So yeah, it's going to be fun. And 5 wide receiver set is going to be a whole different set of fun. See how much we use that. I don't know. Like none of us know what's going to happen there.
Air raid. So I think Cecil Lammy was saying he thinks like maybe now 20% of the offense will be air raid. That'd be interesting.
Oh, did Cecil Lammy say that?
He was talking about it, I think, on his radio show. Man, you cannot clown our guy Cecil. He's a believer.
Doesn't mean I can't clown him.
I know. I know.
He's fine. He's not you, though. I could do your hot take video, but I don't want to bug people with my videos today.
No, don't do it.
I won't. I don't want to do that to you. What else we got going here? David, what do you got? We got about 20 minutes here, David. You guys want to get your comments in here. I will stick around when David has to run. But man, you guys are so hot. I got to find my way back. Mims killed Buffalo all by himself. Huge play at the left pylon in the end zone. Come on, Hydra, let's go. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. You can't let somebody like that walk. Yeah, that's probably true, Ron. He does, but he's got a long ways to go in his route running. But David, like Mims catches the ball. Mm-hmm. Like is his drop rate like okay? Because it seems like he makes a lot of good catches. I mean, this is one of those stats I hate anyway, but I'm curious to see where Mims falls in drop rate compared to the other guys.
Yeah, at least with PFF, his drop rate by year will start in 2023.
I just went last year. Let's see if he's getting better.
It was 4.3, then 4.7, and then last year it was 2%.
Yeah.
And he caught his 3 out of his 4 contested targets. So
okay, so there you go. That's he cut his drop rate in half. So yes, definitely I want all these guys back.
Yes.
I hope Dom Mars. I hope that Pat stays healthy. However the snaps work around, I just want Bryant to be healthy. He catches the ball beautifully, runs good routes. Like he's one of those guys that, gosh, just stay on the field. But I mean, if you look at his numbers from last year, 15 games, he had 31 receptions. So, let's pump the brakes. It's his first year. Give him a little time to develop. I know the Broncos are really high on him. So we're not too worried about losing anybody. David, we're not going to. If they just like leave that room alone, right? Like now you can just leave that room alone.
Yeah.
Cut off that bottom, whatever, throw them on the practice squad, but just don't lose any of those players in the wide receiver room. I mean, it's too big.
We'll worry about it next year.
Yeah. We're going to worry about everything next year.
Yeah.
So, yes, that is absolutely true, David. We're going to have a hard time planning against this offense now because they didn't really have to last year.
Think about Marvin Mims. Sometimes we would use him out of the backfield on 3rd down, and he'd be able to get the yak to get the first down. We put him in motion or, like jet sweeps, different things like that, or orbit motions, all that. You can still do all that with Marvin, but they won't be able to key in on it as much anymore with having, again, the threat of Jaylen Waddle changes everything.
I love this comment because it's Mike and guest. You're my guest. Thanks for coming on the show, guest. Apologies, I didn't see the guest. He says I didn't see the guest name. So just so you know, David's on with every week on the Monsters every week.
Yes.
So
as the guest.
Yes. I mean, I guess I was the guest on 3 shows yesterday. So it's cool. It's less work. That's for sure.
Yes.
I just walk out here and push the button. Show up late. Which two running backs would you realistically hope the Broncos draft? Well, Coleman or Washington.
Yes,
David?
Coleman and Heidenreich. Eli
Oh, Heidenreich. I always
Heidenreich.
forget about Heidenreich.
Maybe. Yes, if we could come away with him in like the 5th round or trade up into like the 6th round to get him, that'd be a lot of fun because again, then you'd have a backfield of J.K., Harvey, Heidenreich, and Coleman, and you got kind of like two doses of thunder and lightning. I love Heidenreich. He's one of my guys. I'll be devastated if we don't draft him.
You're going to be devastated. Remember last year when we were talking about Omarion Hampton and Judkins and all these guys, and they drafted
Jadon Barron. It wouldn't even be a debate, man. We would be Super Bowl favorites right now.
We are Super Bowl favorites right now.
I don't know if Kalshi has us as that. I'll need to go check.
You better check because you probably still have to at least get that out there.
We were at 4%. Let me go check.
I like this one from T Fishes that we're going to have to get to. Make a player trade with another team. Who would they be? I'd go back to the Dolphins and try and get A-Chain or A-Chain or however you would do
A-Chain.
A-Chain. Mm-hmm. Like if they're trading players away, why not shoot for the Dolphins again? Now they're saying they're keeping him, but that's what everybody says because they want to drive the player up. But if we still have a 2nd round pick, take it. There's your running back. 1,300.
What about this
running back?
Would you trade it? This has been discussed, I think, in my Discord or in my chat. I can't remember. Would you trade it for Cole Kmet?
The 2nd?
Pick 62 to the Bears for Cole Kmet.
No, I wouldn't. I'm sorry. David, you probably would, but I wouldn't.
I don't know if I would. I mean, if we did it, I would be okay. Again, I would rather use that pick on a running back and then as a fallback, use it on a linebacker. I don't want to use pick 62 on a tight end unless my guy Eli Stowers is there. I don't think he will be, though.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't do that. Grace Halton at 62.
I don't know who Grace Halton is.
I don't know who that is. That's probably a question for this guy, Dak, who we already got that. I think we answered you there. Caleb Banks, whatever it takes. He's a giant that can move. That would be the rookie to develop on this defense. Yeah, my problem with that is I don't want them putting too much into that defense right now. But all these positions, I mean, like we can't do this every year, right? We can't, trade away our picks every year and do all that, and we won't. But the window's the window, and the window's open. At least the team is smart enough to dive in there and try and do something about it. Did you find out who this Grace Halton is?
Yeah, he's a defensive lineman from Oklahoma, but that's all I know about him so far.
Okay. He's a yak monster. What's up, Jonathan? Welcome to the show, brother. Well, I guess we're just letting the chat run the rest of the show, David, unless you got something else. Did you find the Kalshi out at stuff, or where are we at with that?
Well, they're kind of, my time with them has come to an end, but I think my code is still working. So you should show them some love. Use that DTB. I will have for a 10% or for a $10 bonus when you deposit 10 when you sign up on Kalshi. But I do have another channel sponsor.
Oh, I'm excited. It's big news.
Starting a year-long contract starting on April 1st, and it's real. It's not a joke. So that will be announced shortly. But I think Kalshi is still going to stick with me, like for my shorts and stuff, once the football season kicks back off again. So that's nice.
Casey's famous for stacking the box against Denver. Now what? They'll still try it. They just don't have enough faith in Bo Nix. But hey, we beat the Chiefs. And
good luck covering us with Noel Williams as your cornerback one.
Man, the Chiefs are in trouble, dude. They'll be competitive because they got Andy Reid and they got, I can't remember his name, that quarterback with
They weren't
pointy hair.
competitive last year.
They were competitive.
No, they weren't. They have the 9th overall pick.
They were competitive, man. They were competing against like the Dolphins and stuff for picks. I wouldn't be surprised that. Yeah, I'd love to see I'd love to get back to the days where we're averaging 30 points a game with this defense, third scoring defense in the league, and then have like a top 3 or 4 in scoring. Oh my gosh. I mean, how do I let myself get so fired up every year? Worked out last year though. Mr. Kelly, not realistic, but I'd trade for Dalton Kincaid. I don't know. Miguel, I know most want running back 6'2", but we have to get singles. That could be so. Yes, that's true. We just kicked that can just one more year, Miguel. I mean, they're going offense this year. I think that's pretty obvious. So you can only do so much. That's what they did. I didn't agree with it at the time. I thought there were cheaper, better options out there, and we've kicked that horse to death. So
don't forget about Drew Sanders.
No, I forgot about Drew Sanders.
This is the year.
Stop. It's over.
I can't wait to hype him up again here in June.
Are you going to about June start talking about how good he's looking in camp and how good he's moving?
Cecil and Andrew and Mace will be all over it, man. So
who's hating against RJ Harvey? Nobody on this show.
No, real ball knowers know that
That's
RJ
right.
is so good.
Honestly, I think we're overhyping the backs. I think Coleman, Price, or Washington are going to be there at 6'2". If not, Stowers will be. Okay, well, in that world, Aaron, I would be super thrilled. What I won't be thrilled with is if 2 or 3 of those are there at 62 and we pass them up for a safety or something.
That's going to be hard, man.
Then you're going to see Dave and I not be so happy and nice like we normally are. Get Taysom Hill as our backup quarterback. That's what he's been saying, Dave. The Daves agree.
And
tight end.
I don't think it's probable because, again, you are going for a Super Bowl. So it'd be good to have your backup in the system for, 4 years or whatever. But Mike, there are some quarterbacks on day 3 that I do wonder straight up if they give you a better chance to win than what Jarrett Stidham showed us or didn't show us in his moment. He had a moment where he could have secured himself
a bag,
a bridge quarterback, trade, deal, all that. And this dude's turnovers are the reason we didn't win the AFC Championship game, even without Bo Nix. As crazy as that is, man, I don't know if I necessarily trust him to step up when the moment matters the most. I love Cole Payton, man. Give me Cole Payton. If you draft him with your 5th round pick, this is the year to do it because Bo Nix, he's far enough removed from the rookie deal. The contracts, they all make sense. Cole Payton can be your next backup quarterback for at least the next 4 years. You save a little bit of money on Stiddy.
Stiddy's the sixth highest paid player on the offense right now. Jarrett Stidham.
Yeah, no. Again, but we bring back the guys that we like.
So far.
Stidham lost my trust with his play. You've been in the system for that long, and those are the decisions you make when you're facing pressure. That's not okay, man. Cole Payton would have ran around all over him. So, you get Taysom Hill, you got Cole Payton, you got Sam Ehlinger. That's fine with me.
I mean, I don't know what it would do to the cap, but if we need money to make another move at linebacker or running back, and they have to send Jarrett Stidham out to take him off, I don't care. I'll go back to what the owner of the Colts, I think, said years ago when they talked about not having a proper backup for Peyton Manning, and he basically said, Peyton goes down, we're effed, so we don't care. Like, I kind of feel that way about Bo Nix. It's like if he goes out, if it's for a game or two, early in the season, fine. Ellinger can hand the ball off to somebody and drop the ball around, and we'll see what happens. But I mean, if he's down, if we're in a playoff run and Bo Nix goes out, I'm sorry, Jarrett Stidham, why spend that money? I don't see it. Grandizer, too early question. 26-27 Waddle single season stats. So next year's stats, receptions, yards. Yeah, I'll do it. He's gonna have 80 for 1,200 and 8 touchdowns.
Man, Mike, I was gonna say 1,200 yards as well.
You can still say 1,200.
Man, how many receptions does he get? Well, if he gets 100 receptions, maybe he goes for like 1,300 or 1,400 yards.
Yeah, because he just like 14 yards a catch.
Yeah. How about 1,400 on 100 catches? How about that?
Whew.
That's fun.
Well, Bo Nix threw the ball 600 times last year, so it's not out of the question. They're going to throw the ball all over the field. CC Cookies 84. I think I'm under the impression that we keep all our receivers and one of our, I would say 2 of our running backs get cut. But yeah, I'm with you on the receivers. I think we keep them all. Mims on the bubble. David, he's not on the bubble. If he's on anything, he would be a trade candidate. He's a Pro Bowl, All Pro. Returner. Returner. And then add on his clutch plays last year. No, he would not be on the bubble. They're not going to keep Michael Bandy or little Jordan Humphrey over Mims. Those guys are on the bubble. These, our top 5 are solid. Yes, there's a chance they could be traded, but they're not getting cut. Be nice if Bo didn't throw to Pat Bryant hospital ball. Yeah. God, did you just come in here to just like make me feel bad? Because you're doing it, man. That was
Mike, I got a 1-minute warning.
Get out of here, man. Say what you got to say and get out of here.
All right, guys.
You're my favorite. I love you. You're my brother. I just want to say RJ Harvey was announced as the Senior Bowl AFC Rookie of the Year before you go, just to get your reaction on that. And then tell us what you got going on.
10 touchdowns, man. He was fantastic. Guys, please go follow Mike at Mile High Monsters. Link is in the description to my stream. What's your next subscriber milestone?
Mine?
Yeah.
It's going so fast, dude. It's crazy how we both had the exact same number of new subscribers since January, 520. So let's keep that going. Last I looked, I don't know. It's probably 2,300. I think is the next. So shooting for 3,000. Well, we gotta hit 3,000 before the season starts. That gets me. That gets me right there in the middle of the top 10 group. That's where I want to be.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So guys, go support my friend Mike. Again, we'll be on now on Wednesdays. I did drop a video maybe a few hours ago talking about the rest of the perfect offseason, free agent signings, mock draft, projected 53, everything. So if you want to know what Sean Payton and George Payton should do, come to my channel, Dave Talks Broncos.
Yeah, go watch it. Go.
Not like mine, of course, which are banger after banger after banger after certified banger. I don't miss.
Doesn't miss. Ladies and gentlemen, that is David. David Talks Broncos. Link will be in the description. So Dave, we'll see you later. Get out of here.
Yeah, you keep this thing running on my channel in the hopes more people will find you. I'll see you.
All right, later, bro. All right, guys, let's get back to this. And then I'm going to hit all your comments. So I promised I would. And I always keep my promises, except to my wife and family, because I'm a failure at that. I'm just kidding. They're not here and they won't watch the show. But I mean, this is amazing to me. Like what we just did here, having Court and Jaylen Waddle. Now, this is the whole AFC. This is where we stand. And was it Grandizer asking about like the early projections? So last year, when did they pull Tua? I mean, he had like games where they had, I can't even remember the kid's name that was playing quarterback for him. They had like they just basically shut their whole offense down. That's why, people saying that Waddle had a down year last year. He really didn't. They didn't have any offense. they had like 800 yards less passing yards on that team than the Broncos. And the Broncos were, a top 10, but they weren't. The Miami Dolphin offense was literally a bottom 7 offense. So, yeah, leave the wide receiver around except convert. Yep, been talking about that. It's funny how we saw the Broncos put that number 17 right on to Waddle today in that picture. So little Jordan Humphrey's looking for a new number. Maybe it'll be 85 or 84 or something to make him a tight end. He's got to gain like 15 pounds. He could do that. Drafting inside linebacker for Texas Tech because he fits the culture. Right. That's what we do. How did this show escape me? Fantastic. Ross, I don't know, but it's wonderful to have you. Thank you for coming on. And thank you for saying that. We love doing this show, and we do several other shows. Among them are with Zach Seegers from Let's Talk Broncos during the season. David and Zach and I do the post game show every week, and it's huge. It's our biggest shows. Ron's back in. Thinks the draft will tell you a lot if their first pick is tight end. Bo's going for 5,000 in the first pick. Running back, go more balanced. And if they pick linebacker, they're telling us Bo has enough. Yeah, maybe. It probably more. I guess I'm just not that like thrilled about how we've been drafting, especially early rounds. But they've been doing all right depths. Like again, like we took Jaylen Waddle at 20 last year when we had like one of the best, defensive back rooms in the league. So Rodriguez is going top 50. We could move up for him though, right? Like, why not? If we're going all in, if price is there at 62, I will. We riot if they don't take him. We absolutely riot. Hey, BK, what's up? We'll see improvement in the run game for sure. Well, yeah. I mean, if JK stays healthy, and then just the addition of Waddle, creating the fear that they'll have to, cover more and loosen up. So we should see some improvement there. ETN, not sure what you mean there. ETN's off the books. I wouldn't trade anyone. I would sign Joku. I think a lot of people feel that way. If we can get Washington Jr., we'd all take that. Pretty much everybody agrees. Running back and linebacker. And then there's some tight end stuff thrown in there. And of course, a new name for me, Todd. Hello, Broncos country. Everybody say hi to Todd. Sean Payton needs to make these players compete. Okay. They better, because their Super Bowl window's open. 6-second pick. This is from Devontae 859. 62nd pick. 27 first and second for Bijan Robinson or C-Mac. No effing way am I paying that. As much as I'd love to have those players. You can't, I mean, this is my opinion, but you can't do what we did this year. Like don't forget the Russell Wilson, like the first that we lost there. And then now we've done this first, kind of wasted our first on Jade Barron. Maybe, I don't know, that, maybe they trade Moss or something. I don't know. Maybe it's not a waste. Maybe they put him at safety. I've heard the talk. But no, I don't think we're giving away our first next year for anybody. At least I hope not. Most of the media hates Sean, so maybe not Super Bowl favorites. Yeah, even if they are, they probably wouldn't say it. Sean deserves the hate. He's a cocky, SOB. We love him, but yeah, he loves some people. No shot at Banks. Yeah. What do we got? Shy. How do you feel about the trade for Jaylen Waddle? You must have come in late, Shy, because we love it. Had to happen, and it completely changes everything for this team, guys. I'm telling you. The one thing, if anything, on this offense we didn't have was an explosive, like, game-changing player, and now we have that. It made that whole room better. What's up, Chuck? Always good to see you on the show. I saw you last night. I think it was last night, wasn't it? When we were on all those shows last night. Grandizer. It's too bad unless the Broncos did ask, but if Finns would trade to the other Jaylen on the Dolphins, Jaylen Wright. Man, was this A-Chain? I'll take him off the Finns. I'd give my second to that. Congratulations to David for something, Dak. I don't know what that means. Maybe because he's a guest on my show. You're congratulating him for coming on my show. I'm trying to get through these as fast as I can. It looks like I'm not going to be able to do that unless I start looking for ones that people haven't already asked. Jaylen Wright, 2024, fourth round, Ollie Guard, second, 26th round. Grandizer does his homework. Todd, what are the Broncos doing at running back now that they no longer have a first or third round pick? Well, they might draft one in the second, but they'll definitely get a free agent one. They got to have somebody to back up Dobbins. And that's not RJ. RJ is going to be great, but he's not in the same vein as JK. It's a different type of running back, so they're going to need that. Martin, if your gym challenge goes well, maybe they can sponsor you. Just no shirtless pod. No, that's not going to happen on my watch. Nobody needs to see that. So David says that's the goal, but no, he's not going shirtless. If he can do whatever he wants, what do I care? Bo Nix to Jaylen Waddle, 6-yard touchdowns with like crack. Yeah, that's going to happen. And you got to predict at least one, like explosive plays. Bo was actually at one time, I don't remember how he finished the season. And if David was here, I would look it up or have him look it up. But like he was like one of the best on passes beyond like 20 yards or 15 yards this year. So they're ready for that. Did I miss this? Honestly, though, we should continue to make this defense insane. D wins championships, man. If we break that Dolphins sack record or get remotely close to Super Bowl. Yeah, we don't want to ignore the defense. It's just that we've spent so much there. You know, everything's in context. The offense last year just they came through, but man, that's no way to live. It's like last second wins with heroics from Bo Nix is not what you want. You saw what happened when Bo went down. We came close, but yeah, we gotta have more weapons for Bo, and the Broncos certainly did a great job of like hitting a home run with the Waddle. T Fish says nobody's hating on RJ. We want more depth outside of that. Absolutely right. Like Todd says, Bidet stinks. Not sure why he's on the team. I think RJ is more of a receiving threat than a running back threat. Yeah, he is. He's great out of the backfield. He's okay out of the like running the ball too, but when you don't have like only when they're not just like stacking the box expecting it, that's when you need JK, where somebody who can, you know, is just a little more nuanced and stronger and bigger, who can, you know, the offensive line, they can take care of everybody but one guy, and you're going to have to run over the linebacker or whoever, you know, comes in there and plugs that hole, safety. Okay, so did I finally get caught up? I know I said that Raiders can't wait to play y'all next year. Yeah, we can't wait to play the Raiders next year. It's going to be fun. I'm ready to play anybody. Man, we got 6 months to go. Stiddy would have gotten a Super Bowl if we could trade Waddle and kept some of our picks. Yeah, I think if we'd have had J.K. Dobbins on the field in that AFC Championship game, we might have been able to take those guys down. Devontae, dude, Oscar Delp can run for a big feller. Take it. Yeah. Come on, guys. I was in such a good mood. Here's a name I haven't heard. Gabe Rocks 1. I hope I pronounced that right. City was good for the Storm, except for the one bonehead play in Broncos playoff history. Boneheaded plays in Broncos history. Yeah, it's up there. That's going to be one that hurts for a long time. That close to the Super Bowl at home, and to lose 10-7 on a quarterback that completed didn't the what's his name? The Patriots quarterback, that kid, didn't he complete like 8 passes or something like that? Something ridiculous. Todd says Njoku. David talks Broncos. Is he still commenting, or am I just that far behind? Oh my gosh, you guys are killing the chat. All right, I'm blowing through it. Here we go. Quick round. David, we don't bring back the guys we like. We bring back guys Sean's like. That's partially true. David's off to the gym. He's already been to the gym. He's got a wife. He's got to go. You can't be, you can't just be sitting in here hanging out, talking all night when your wife's in the other room telling you to get back to your real world. Yeah, it was Quinn. It was yours. Yeah. So yeah, they didn't really have an offense there. And that's why you saw Waddle's numbers go down last year, not because he's falling off. Dude, like Waddle is in his prime. Definitely. LJ's gone. He gave that number up quick. I know, that was funny, man. I still can't get over that. I still cannot get over. Where is it? There. Like the talk was, how are they gonna, how's that gonna work? How's that deal gonna work? Like it literally just passed his physical. They've already got his name on the jersey, number 17. And maybe LGH just was cool and he's like, hey guys, I don't really care what I wear, if you got him, just bring it here. It wouldn't surprise me either way. But yeah, he sure gave it up quick. Yep. I think yours played like 4 games. So, Tua was so bad last year. They took on like Russell Wilson cap hit to get rid of him, and Jaylen Waddle still got 900 yards and 6 or 7 touchdowns or whatever it was. So imagine what he's going to do in this offense. Shady says we'll go defense in this draft, especially considering it's a weaker offensive class. Maybe in the later rounds. It depends on what we do for the rest of free agency too. But that's possible. I don't think he signed anywhere but Darren Waller. A few decent years with the Fins besides being injured. I wanted Waller last year. I wonder what did happen to him. Like I said, if I wasn't by myself, I would definitely kind of look into some of that stuff. Draft any white inside linebacker because they fit the culture. Oh my gosh, you guys are terrible. What's up, Turtle? Running back, tight end, inside linebacker. Definitely feel you there. I don't think that's changed. At least wide receivers off the board now, right, guys? 40 plus games. Yes, absolutely. There's my guy Blucifer. I've been looking for you. Waddle's one of the best in the league. He definitely is. And having 2 of the best receivers in the AFC on your team is pretty darn good. In fact, I'm just gonna leave it up there for the rest of the show because there they are. These are the top 10 receivers in the AFC as we sit here today. There they are. Broncos fan. RJ's complete back. What? I gotta bring this up. Broncos fan 1030. What's up, my brother? RJ is a complete back. Name the last Bronco that scored 12 touchdowns in the season. Yeah, I don't know the last time that was. Maybe CJ Anderson or something. But he's our second. He's either our best or second best weapon now, along with Jaylen Waddle. So don't ever get the impression that I don't absolutely love AJ. I love the pick. I love the player. I love everything about him. But there's something about having a 3rd and 3 and having to throw screen passes and get cute because you just can't pick up when they stack the box. Like the line needs to do better too, guys. I'm not taking the pressure off of the offensive line. They're great in the passing game, but they definitely could run block a little bit better for these guys. But RJ, he can become a complete back, but I wouldn't say he's there yet. He's not getting. You got to get over 4 yards a carry before I'll give you that. At least, just obviously my opinion. Jared Ensign. I don't know. I hope I don't screw that up. Sorry if I did, man. Is Caden Ellis out of the conversation? I don't. Maybe not. How cool would it be, though? Would it have to be a trade? Is he under contract or is he? I'm not sure what his status is. I know we were talking about trying to get him on the team. But if he did, I might have to take back my statement earlier about there not being any open starting positions on this team. And I still kind of stand by that. Shady. Super Bowl 60 would have been a hell of a game if Bo Nix didn't break his ankle. J.K. Dobbins would definitely played as well. Now, that would have been a whole different game. It certainly wouldn't have been anything like what we saw with the Patriots do, because that was disgusting. Now, I do stand by what I said. I do like the power kind of last year, and it changes every year. You never know who's going to win each game. But last year, it kind of felt like it was the NFC's year with the Rams and San Francisco and Seattle, obviously. It kind of felt like an NFC type, year for the Super Bowl. I didn't see anything that would have changed that, but I think that the Broncos, we can if this to death, like the Chargers do every year. But yeah, sure. If Bo Nix plays the AFC Championship game, we definitely go to the Super Bowl there. I would have bet the house on that. Broncos fan, if you watch film, it's the O-line who gets punked a lot of times. Yeah, I touched on that, and I agree with you there. There's RJ's again, don't get me wrong, I love RJ. He's fantastic, but we need a J.K. Dobbins. You need both. We need both. Ellis is trash. Also, he's just good at blitzing. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that trash is probably a little, maybe a little harsh. Trash isn't the right word. But you've got Singleton and Strnad. Who else do you have in the room? There's really nobody else there that we can depend on for sure. In fact, if we go to our depth chart here, who do we have backing up we've got Drew Sanders, probably gone. Reed and Lavelle Bailey, who showed promise. So I guess early in the preseason, Lavelle Bailey was some people were predicting like he was going to be a starter. Like, I wonder if are we giving up on Lavelle Bailey? 6'2", 225. So it's his second season. So yeah, he's just in his second season, but he hasn't played. So yeah, we don't know what we've got out of him. We do have some, like Q Robinson. We've got players that we don't know a lot about, but as far as like the Singleton Strnad combo and their backup, I think Ellis would still be fine to add to that room. A lot of max protect. Yeah, they do a good job though. I mean, a lot of it's Bo though. Like, Bo's just great at not taking sacks. You got to love that about Bo. Shady. Jonah Coleman from Washington. Is he from Washington? Saw him play in person twice. Last year he gave the Ohio State defense problems, maybe round 6. Yeah, I mean, we did talk about him earlier. At 62, take Coleman. Yeah, definitely. Guys, I finally did it. I got through all the chat. Super psyched about it. If I missed you, it's because I'm looking back and forth. But yeah, this might be the first time I've ever successfully gotten through, and then somebody comes in right at the last second. Yeah, moves around. It does help a lot. Yeah, Bo, got to give a lot of credit to Bo. But hey, congratulations to Davis Webb. You've got your offense now. Certainly need some depth. Certainly need a few more players, but congratulations to Ingram. Congratulations to Courtland Sutton. You guys all benefited from this. Maybe even the defense can chalk one up for this one. And certainly PS2 is celebrating because he's got his buddy back. So we're all happy here on the Monsters. Thanks again for David for being my guest on the show. Oh, that's so funny. I got to clip that. David's on every week. I will see you guys Saturday on the Monsters with Colin Cronin from Dublin to Denver. Until then, if something happens, of course, I'll be back. If not, I will see you guys all real soon. Thank you so much for subscribing. Yeah, it's the growth is crazy, and I really do love and appreciate you guys so much. So go Broncos. See you guys next time on the show. Appreciate it.